everyone, my name is Medi. I'm the host of Lymphedema podcast, and I'm getting ready to do the first unboxing for you guys. So if you don't know me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and a physical therapist assistant in Texas, and I've been treating lymphedema patients for a little over 5 years now. And I really have come to enjoy learning more about the disease, more about the science and the research going into cures and surgeries and treatment. And the foundation of lymphedema treatment is compression. And that's something that I'm going to be talking to you about today, is the alternatives to compression. And by that I mean the alternative to compression bandages. So I'm going to be opening the Medi Lower Extremity Reduction Kit. I recently did a podcast interview with Christopher Miles. He's with mediUSA, and we talked all about the reduction kit. The really cool thing about the reduction kit is that it's not just for upper or lower extremity. You can get a garment for either one, and it addresses hand swelling as well as arm swelling. And then for lower extremity, you can get a foot piece as well as a lower leg, a knee piece, and a thigh piece. So it covers the whole leg. I have not opened this box yet. I've got my scissors here. We are going to break into this together. I'm going to show you what comes in the box. Alright, so let's see what we have. Packing. Packing list. Okay, so I actually don't know what this is. I'm pretty sure this is the Stockinette type foot piece that goes on here. Oh, sorry, this is the Pacman for the foot. I forgot this was coming with it today. I'm going to open this in 1 second. And then this is all of it. It comes in this bag. So this is the lower leg reduction kit. It has instructions in here. It has the whole thing, it looks like. It looks like this comes with the lower leg, the knee piece, the thigh piece, and the undersleeve as well. Okay, so these are latex free. In the episode that I was talking to Chris, he discusses, or tells me rather, how the reduction kit was created or inspired. And it actually just reminds me to tell you, because it's right here on the very bottom of the packaging. It has the giraffe on it, and it says, inspired by nature, giraffe skin has little to no stretch, providing maximum containment of any edema. So the man that invented this was at the San Diego Zoo, and the giraffes, being very tall and skinny, had no swelling, and he wondered why. So that's how it came to be. So when you open up your bag, you know what? I'm so glad this is in here. This is one thing that I love about Medi, guys. So the Lymphedema Treatment Act is so important because we really need to get this passed. So if you have not yet, please go to the lymphedemaTreatmentAct.org, contact your Congress, contact your Senate, and we need to get this bill passed. So if you haven't already, go check them out, because it's going to be very important for all of us in the world of lymphedema. Thank you, Medi, for supporting the LTA. Alright, so the reduction kit has a built-in tension reference marker. And what I mean by this is that it has these measuring tapes, these aren't tapes, but these little measurements in here that let you know how high your compression is. So there's a guide on the bandage itself on this that you're going to see, and whenever you pull, you compare it to what number the lines are on, and it tells you it's at this much tension or it's at this much tension. So that way you know you have gradient compression, so it's tighter from the distal portion, and it is less tight as you move proximally. So this is a really important tool to have. All right, so this paperwork in here talks about the reduction kit. This top is in English, the lower is not. It comes with really good pictures so that you don't really have to guess at all. And then the next page, you have the knee and thigh components. Application and removal is here. And then my final page here is all on thigh application. Okay, so how it's to be washed. It is machine washable, tumble dry low, no bleach, no iron. All right. Okay. This is your guide card. It is the same as what is here. And on the back of this paper, it's a reference point, okay? So it tells you what band for which portion of the arm or the leg, which band it goes to. So if it goes to a 2, then you're going to want it to be 2 is the tightest, and then it'll be a 1 proximally. But it goes all the way up to 8. And what I'll probably do is read a little bit more on that. Okay, so what this actually says is it tells you where to put your bands for each garment, each separate garment. So here it says that this base setting is at a 6.1. So the most distal garment is at a 6.1. The next garment is at a 4.2. So you want to line it up in the 4. And then band 3 is most proximal, and it is a 3.3 setting. So then you would go in and you would check with this card and make sure that it is distally it's tighter and proximally it's less tight. They include a Circade measuring tape for length, and you can also measure your limbs. These very sticky little Velcro pieces are markers for your tension system. Okay, so these very sticky Velcro pieces are markers for your tension system. You place these on your garment wherever you want to know to take your Velcro straps, and that allows you to always have the right tension. I don't know why I did that. This allows you to have the right tension as you put on your garment. Medi has really thought of everything. They really cover start to finish what you need by just including everything in this box. This is an extra piece. Okay, there are extra Velcro pieces here. And these are very tight. Okay, so altogether there are 6 of these on this strap. They can be attached to lengthen and make it longer like this, or as you need. If this wears out on your garment, you can take it off and replace it. When that is worn out, that one is worn out, you just put this one back on. What I like to do when I get these extra pieces is I put them all in the line. That way you know exactly how many you have and exactly what sizes, because the garments have different size Velcro attachments. And a quick glance, I know this is how many extra Velcros that I have, and when they're gone, or when I need them, they come off really easily. This is the machine washable Stockinette. It comes in a very long length so that it goes from your thigh down to the lower leg. And you get 2, a wash and a wear. Isn't wash and wear so important whenever you're working with your lymphedema garments? Okay guys, so here is the real deal. This is the lower leg piece. I think I said earlier that my box contained all 3 components, but I actually just have the lower leg and the foot pack band. Okay. Because this is a reduction kit, the Velcro pieces are removable and adjustable. So you see here in centimeters, you have measurements over the top of the garment. Over the top of this garment, you will move this to the top measurement of your calf. And this allows you to know exactly how long or how short you need this piece to start with. And then at an angle, you attach the Velcros on the bottom. There's also more measurements listed here on the bottom. Let's make sure it was in the shot. There's also more measurements listed here on the bottom, and you do the same thing here. You make sure that this last Velcro is the same measurement right above your ankle. The inside, it's that neoprene texture. The outside is really soft. The Velcro on the inside is sewn in like this. It used to be that this Velcro on this side was detachable, but this was not here. The back side was not detachable. But now it's made to where this is a stronger, more lasting and durable Velcro, and this is the removable one. All right, so let's take a really close look at everything that came in my Medi box. This is the Medi Pacman, which is the foot power compression band. It comes with your compression wrap. It tells you if it's intended for left or right use, how to lay it out. You have your two removable pieces of Velcro. One which goes here, the other which goes here. You can remove it. You can trim this as needed. You can flip it for left or for right. So you only have to order one. I like to fold all of my Velcro pieces back. In the box, you have instructions. Clearly shows you how to wear the garment, how to apply it, clearly discusses and walks you through the cleaning and care process. There's also a hand pack band as well, so for upper and lower extremities. In the reduction kit bag itself, you have your little Velcro spines, which are really good at reinforcing any loose spots on your garment. The built-in measuring system allows you to know how tight it is if you need to tighten or loosen each of your straps. It also includes a paper measuring tape. Inside the bag itself, you have all of these goodies. You have a handout with pictures, how to apply the lower, the mid, and the thigh piece, as well as information on wear and care of this garment as well. This is a reference guide for the built-in tension system. On the back of this, you also have a log to let you know how tight each band is or how tight it needs to be so that you have a reference. This is more information, pictures. This is more for the CLT to understand how to fit. If you have a larger calf, you would fit at this angle, a smaller calf at this angle, and a relatively normal lower extremity calf at this angle. Tells you what not to do, what not to cut, how to adjust the top piece. really helpful information here. This is the extra strap that comes with it if you need reinforcement around the knee. I have already stacked all of my Velcro. I like to place them on top of each other like this so I can pull as I need. You leave one end here, fold it back, and it attaches to itself on the other side. Just like so. You get 2 full-length stockinettes from ankle to thigh. And you have the garment itself, which is 2 pieces. The removable portion and the portion with the measurements so that you know what the circumference of the upper and the lower portion of your leg is. Again, this is removable and optional. You can cut this if you have a shorter lower leg. You can cut it in half if you just need a little less, or you can take the whole thing off if you need more space altogether. Again, I fold these back so that they're not always sticking to each other. And finally, every box comes with information on the Lymphedema Treatment Act. If you haven't already called, you should contact your congressman or your senators and let them know that we want support of the Lymphedema Treatment Act, and this is a bill that would help all of us. Okay, so this is the Pacman. The garment is in the box, as well as some instructions. The Pacman looks like this, and it has 2 pieces of Velcro. One is larger and one is smaller. So I think it would probably be best if I had a taller ankle sock, but I don't really have many of those. So I have a crew sock is what I think this is called. I'm gonna put it on my right foot. So I'm putting this on for my right foot. So I'll put this down on the floor. Toes are here. Big Velcro attaches here. I'm going to put this across my toes. Tuck this under the arch of my foot. Pull this across. Velcro goes here. And I bring a little tension. I pull this and I put it down. If this was too long, I could cut this a little bit. If I have more swelling down towards the bottom, I could put it like this. Or if my ankle is small enough, I could bring it all the way around. Mine doesn't quite fit that way without feeling too tight. But I'm going to take mine and put it down just like that. This is comfortable. I feel really good compression here around my foot. And I think I could actually lower this just a little bit and make sure those are lined up so I'm not gapping any. Oh yeah, that's a really good fit. Just like that. Then I will put on my stockinette. Okay, so to apply the second part of this garment, what I've gone ahead and done is I have put on my stockinette. It's all the way up to my thigh, and I have it actually down below my ankle a bit of a ways so that I can show you a trick that I like to do in the clinic. So like I was talking about earlier with the small Velcro spines, If you feel like your garment is kind of gappy or insecure anywhere, you can add these on there and it just reinforces it. I'm going to go ahead and put mine across the little spaces in between. So when your CLT first fits you for your reduction kit, what they're going to do is they're going to measure this fit for you so that the top of the garment is where it needs to be, the bottom of the garment spine is where it needs to be, and does it need to be angled more? Is your calf larger than the top of your knee? Is your ankle larger? You know, wherever you might have special areas of swelling, they can help you adjust this like it's needed. So I've already adjusted mine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and all the Velcros are folded back, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So I have this again, like I said, down below for a reason. I'm going to put it here. My ankle piece ends right here. So I want this to take over right where my ankle piece ends. So this is a little extra piece. You can cut it if you want at an angle. I usually just leave mine and tuck it until it becomes too long. So you never know if you need to be able to extend your garment quite a bit more if for some reason you have a onset of swelling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this piece over. So this is my top of the garment, which is at the bottom of my knee, at the kneecap, right at the bend of my knee. And this one here goes at my ankle. Now, you can cut this along the line here. It says so right here. You can trim this. You can cut off this entire piece, or you can just trim it right in half if you just need it to be smaller. That's another really good thing about the reduction kit, is that it is totally customizable even after you get the garment. I'm going to leave mine because I want to be able to use this and again for some demonstrations for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull your foot up towards your face like this. Bottom is here. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and attach my top piece, which is this right here, just to hold it all in place. Okay, now that is tucked. It will not stay tucked. This is just to keep it together at the top while I do this. Okay, so like I started at the top, I'm going to pull this over the same way at the bottom, tuck my piece in. I'm going to start with my very bottom piece. Now you may remember me saying that you can cut this. I should cut it because my garment is a little too long here. Okay. What I like to do is grab both pieces at the same time. I lay the bottom piece totally flat, and then I switch. I'm going to lay this one flat next. Same thing, the last two here. I'm going to pull this one, lay it back, pull this, lay it down, and the garment is on. Okay, I'm going to check my built-in tension system. Remember, you want it to be tighter at the bottom than it is at the top. Let me get this little wrinkle out of here. Again, this wrinkle is here because I should probably cut mine off a little bit, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave it. Okay, so you line up this arrow with the line on your garment. So it is tighter distally and not as tight proximally. What I like to do is I like to then fold this up to protect my garment, okay? And I'm going to fold this one down to also protect my garment. Now, it's all stretched out because this was all the way up to my thigh, and my thigh is bigger than my calf. But if I fold it down like this, it protects my garment from the top and the bottom. And then I'm likely going to have some sort of shoe or house shoe on here. And since you see a little bit of a gap here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my tab more at an angle so that I really get a full compression and I'm not losing anything. Okay, This has my heel cut out, which is really great so that I can walk, and then my toes are out as well. Most of the time you're going to want to have your toes individually wrapped. If you don't have toe swelling, that's not anything you should worry about, but you would want to wrap your toes underneath this Pacman so that you don't push the fluid out to your toes. All right, so this is the full garment, totally on. All right, everyone, that is the lower leg reduction kit from Medi. I hope you talked to your CLT or your doctor about it, and you are able to find that this product works for you and helps you. Remember to visit mediUSA.com for more information, and you can also listen to my episode with Christopher Miles to get started.
This video provided by mediUSA is for informational purposes and are educational in nature. They do not constitute medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The contents do not replace the requirements for comprehensive assessment of patients or the importance of discussing the benefits and risks of interventions with patients, their families, caregivers, supportive medical staff, and the managing physician. mediUSA assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions in the content of this session, nor shall mediUSA be liable for any losses, damages, charges, expenses, or other costs that are incurred either directly or indirectly as a result of this video. The sessions reflect the views of the instructor based on their experiences and are not the views of mediUSA nor any of its affiliates.